Alright, what's going on? Scouts 311 back, and we are hiding from the arrows. But what I really want to do here is level up, and I'm going to do that now. So how this works is you can only level, so you have a swordsmanship path, an alchemy path, and a magic path to level your guy. I think I'm going to concentrate on swordsmanship in this playthrough. I played this game before. I never actually beat the game, but I got pretty damn far. But I was doing kind of a magic path, so I'm going to go more swordsmanship, I think, on this one. Alchemy is probably for someone more experienced, I would think. With the game, it's just opinion, though. Any one of them is viable, though, to concentrate on. But first, before you actually go into any of these, you have to put at least 6 points in your training here. And it's done like a tree, like you cannot get fortitude until you get parrying type of stuff, you know. So, the first one I'm going to do is Vigor Regeneration, I think. The first point of this kind of blows. The Vigor Regeneration while out of combat, you get 25%, but it's the next point that actually is while you're in combat. And that's actually kind of beneficial for you. So, I'm going to start there. You see, the next point will be while in combat, 25%. So we'll get that, but we probably won't get that until a little later in the game. The next one we're going to get is parry, though. So we'll just stick with the Vigor Regen for now, and then we'll come back to it. And we need to work our way into that castle. So let's get our Quinn sign up and start trying to get not hit by arrows. Now there's kind of a tough little spot here. You can actually get your ass handed to you here. Well, you get your ass handed to you. I guess that's a little strong, but you can, die if you don't do it right. Now, one thing I do like to do here is use Ard, which blows air, and knock this dude if I get him off the freaking ledge. That's pretty badass. Oh shit! I'm not paying attention. Oh lord, see. Oh, this guy's still alive. Oh, man. My bad. I didn't know that guy was still alive. Mother! One thing about Ard is that if you stun a guy, you can crit him. Not always, but it does happen quite frequently. So that's pretty cool, too. Well, I didn't know that one guy was still alive. Although it is fun to freaking Ard a dude off the edge. So what we're going to do is head on up, and what I'm going to do here, which I don't technically, when I played this game before, I killed the guy up on top of here. You can actually not kill him, and depending on whether you kill him or not, you get a different outcome later in the game. And this game is full of that kind of stuff, where depending on your choices, things matter, and they really matter. There's a point in the game later where you actually make a major choice, and the game completely changes. Chapter 2 is completely different based on the choice. Like, you're in a whole different area. The quests are completely different. This whole story is kind of different. So you can play this game at least twice and have completely different experiences. It's awesome. Awesome. So anyway, here's Aryan Avalet.
The famed Geralt of Rivia. You've fallen low, Witcher. Word has it you're one of the best swordsmen in the north. Time to test that rumor.
So you can tell him, surrender and save your men.
Enough slaughter. Surrender and Foltest will treat you and your men with honor.
And what guarantee is there that he'll not cut us down to the last?
None.
Foltest defiled my mother. Now he colludes with Nilfgaard.
The king leads an army. You have but a few brave men and your honor. In a minute you may lose even those. Choose.
Hear that, men? The king sends a witcher, and we are to surrender, forgetting the very nature of honor and pride. We must choose. Shame or a witcher's sword. Is that how you would live? Will you bow your heads before Foltest?
Never!
You heard them, Witcher.
So we can settle between us, which means you're going to have a one-on-one fight with him, as you wish, which I believe you're going to fight all of them. But if you drop your weapon, he should surrender?
Don't be a fool. This is no game. Your men don't need to die. Surrender, and the king will show mercy.
My mother has seen enough of this king's mercy.
What'll you do? Throw yourself on my sword? Run?
He made mother a harlot, then denied her before all the realm.
True enough. But no massacre, no misguided heroism will change that. Drop your weapons.
Should anything happen to my mother, I shall find you and kill you.
And that is that.
Aryan Lavalette laid down his sword. Well, well.
Have you spoken to him?
Briefly. Just before they took him off to the torture chamber. The hard luck of a traitor. Continue.
Alright, so now we can ask about the dragon.
While I remember, what happened to the dragon?
It destroyed half the castle. Killed hordes of soldiers and flew off.
Where?
In the general direction of Edda.
To think it almost killed us all.
Aryan Lavalette has surrendered the castle. Open up!
And the Baron lives?
Yes, he lives. I'm not spiteful. Open this gate, kneel before your king, and I shall show you mercy.
Looks like we're stuck.
Indeed, and my magic's no good here. The main force down in those boats is going to beat us to town.
Want to head back to the tent? The camp will be nice and empty now. I've had enough for today.
Tempting. Look, the King's Special Forces.
We want to see him!
You doubt my words, dog. Open the gate now!
Sire,
Vernon Roach. Tell me, Roach.
there's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning, raping, pillaging. The Lavalettes are making a stand near the temple.
What of the Baroness?
Alive and safely tucked away.
Unsoiled, I hope.
As you ordered, sire. She's fine, and beautiful as ever. The children were not with her.
But you know where they are.
In the monastery, but we've yet to penetrate that area.
Cross, quickly!
Protect the king!
Now this part is a bitch. Alright, so this part's a bitch. You want to use Quinn, helps against a little bit from the dragon attacks. You want to try to stay on the left-hand side if you can.
Marigold, stop admiring it and do!
It's not that simple!
You want to try not to get put on fire by the dragon, obviously.
You don't. You run.
Alright, so we need to try to stay not getting burnt. It's not easy though.
Do you want me to go over and tell him?
Dragon! Take cover!
So try to stay on the left side again, makes it easier. to get my thing up a little bit. I still got Quen on, so you see it's not regenerating because of that. My bad. Eventually we will get a skill to help when you get stabbed from behind to limit the damage. Right now we get 200% damage if we get hit from behind, which is a lot. It really messes you up, as you would think. Eventually we can get to where it's based on this regular, just 100% damage, which is what we want.
Quickly!
Alright, so Marigold gets the gate open for us.
Go! I'll manage!
The bridge is burning! Quickly, this way!
Whew.
Plowing dragon nearly reversed the course of the battle.
The fighting should have scared it off.
Forget the dragon. I need to hear how this story ends.
You were at my side almost all the time after the bridge collapsed.
Almost. Tell me how you got into the monastery courtyard.
Ha! And they said we couldn't get near the walls. Half a day and the town is taken.
Report! Fighting for the castle continues, and a group of rebels have barricaded themselves inside the monastery.
What of my children?
Likely in the church as well, sire. Fen took a priest to task. Finally mumbled something about a passage neath the walls.
It would take a week to get a battering ram in here.
Axes, sire?
That will also take time. But what other course do we have? This priest. What of him? What of this passage?
I fainted before I could really get going on him. He's under guard below.
You've some work to do, Commander.
Yes, sire. Silas, you look to this door. Fen, come with me.
Witcher,
Your Grace.
I've a mission for you. One suited to your abilities. Vernon can be persuasive, but he's also hot-tempered. At times losing both his self-control and his subject. You must try to find this other passage on your own. Succeed, and you'll be the envy of all Vizima.
Maybe Roach will get something out of this priest. It's a relatively large town. I could use a hint.
I'm counting on him. But time is of the essence. Please explore the area. We seek a tunnel or something similar. Beware of traps. They may have planted some. You're best suited to this. My men lack your skills.
Soldiers loyal to the Lavalettes would never harm the Baroness's children.
I shall be reassured as to that when I see them, not before. We must act quickly. The rebels are dispersed, in disarray. As dim-witted as they are, I fear they could conclude the children would make good hostages.
All right, I'll go.
I'm relying on you, Witcher. Where are those axes? Move your asses!
Alright, so we are able to look around the town here and try to find a way to the monastery, because it's going to take these guys all day to get through here apparently. And we'll start that on the next video. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next vid. Take care.